gone for main engine start. We have.
Technology at its finest. Not only in space, but here on Earth, we depend on performance. To achieve our goals and ambitions. Since the Stone Age, man has continuously developed materials and created machines to improve our ability to work within our civilized world. Heat and friction were good when man discovered he could use them to make fire. But heat and friction were bad when it came to movement and speed. Lubrication was needed. Animal fats, such as whale blubber, were used. In the modern world, oil and grease, when applied, helped reduce the amount of contact between hard surfaces. However, oil simply coats the surface. Even under optimum conditions, oil does not provide complete protection. On a microscopic level, you see that the surfaces can make contact, creating friction, heat, and at times even squeezing the oil out. Over time, friction, heat, and metal particles contaminate the oil, making it less effective. Additives were invented that claimed to provide better lubrication, reducing heat and friction. Yet, as these graphics display, additives only coat the metal and are still subject to breakdown or being squeezed out during metal impact. Some additives use large molecules that can create dry pockets or buildup, causing severe problems. Most additives create more problems than they solve. Oil starvation, clogged lines and filters, and damage to engine surfaces. If you've ever lost an engine, it hurts. There has never been a real answer to this dilemma, until now. Militec-1 is unique. It represents revolutionary advances in lubrication technology. When added, it actually bonds to the surface and is highly resistant to breakdown. This synthetic metal conditioner greatly reduces friction and heat, which allows for peak performance and extended life everywhere it's used. Militec-1 smooths and seals the metal with a tight molecular bond of pure synthetic hydrocarbons. There are absolutely no PTFE resins, coatings, metals, solvents, or chlorinated paraffins. On a microscopic level, you see how the Militec-1 penetrates the tiny pores and bonds to the metal to form a new surface that's tough and resistant. Militec-1 is heat stable, oil soluble, non-corrosive, and it's safe. Less heat, less friction means less wear and longer engine life, even under the most demanding conditions. As shown in these test results achieved by industrial and fleet maintenance experts, the wear metal count in an engine treated with Militec-1 drops dramatically, illustrating protection that lasts, protection that leads to longer engine life. Less heat, less friction mean better fuel economy and increased power. Independent dyno tests by engine manufacturers and builders consistently show a 2 to 3% increase in horsepower for the same amount of fuel. Less heat, less friction means better performance. Few environments are more demanding than those in the military. Proper systems and equipment operation often mean the difference between life and death. Militec-1 was cleared for use in submarine environments by the Naval Medical Command. It's also been tested in M60 battle tanks, Humvees, and a wide variety of vehicles, engines, pumps, gearboxes, and shaft bearings. For example,
Militec-1 was added to the engine of a combat support Jeep. The oil was drained out completely. They drove it for over 25 minutes without loss of power.
it's even used to lubricate weapons, similar to the 105mm howitzer, the M16, and sidearms. It's endured conditions in Desert Storm.
Militec-1 provides lubrication to the metal components during startup periods when the metal is normally unprotected. Molecular bonding provides corrosion protection to the metal surfaces if exposed to saltwater contamination. Militec-1 provides protection over high heat ranges, resulting in reduced energy consumption. The Navy ran dyno tests involving turbocharged diesels. They were shut down without adequate cooling. The engines with Militec-1 were not damaged. The ones without were. The survivability of the equipment using Militec-1 seemed to increase dramatically when operated in out-of-parameter conditions.
Militec-1 is the only product of its kind to have received a U.S. national stock number, facilitating its procurement and use by U.S. government agencies and other potential users. Demanding as well are the conditions on the water. Here, Militec-1 is used in workboats powered by Detroit diesel main engines. It's also put in the generators, gearboxes, bow thrusters, mud pumps, water pumps, and compressors. On a crew boat, tests of the Detroit 12 V71 twin turbocharged intercooled engine with Militec-1 demonstrates a remarkable drop in parts per million of iron fallout in the oil. There was a reduction of over 50%. The fleet treatment program performed by TAW Marketing indicated potential savings of between $771 and $4,800 per engine after paying for the Militec-1. The overhaul interval was increased from 8,000 hours to between 9,000 and 12,000 operational hours.
We sucked a plastic bag in the water intake of a 200 horsepower outboard and it severely overheated. It was running poorly and losing power. Our mechanic said it would not last more than a few hours. We treated it with Militec-1 and it has been running well at full power for the last 300 hours.
On land, in industry, Militec-1 is used anywhere friction needs to be reduced in metal-to-metal environments. It will improve efficiency, prolong equipment life, reduce downtime, and help protect against catastrophic failure. It affects the bottom line by reducing energy usage, reducing maintenance costs, and reducing capital equipment replacement. At this oil refinery in Texas, oil analysis studies involving the Caterpillar 3408 documented a dramatic decline in copper fallout. At this crushed stone quarry, tests on the Caterpillar 3412 showed reduced copper fallout as well. Here, tests found that a D950 Kubota diesel engine, which operates 24 hours a day, ran on less fuel with Militec-1 added to the crankcase, from 0.545 to 0.411 gallons per hour. In a Fuller 200 horsepower C150 duplex compressor located at a cement plant, Militec-1 greatly reduced the operating temperature from 220 to 195 degrees Fahrenheit. Top racing teams gain a winning advantage with this product in NASCAR, drag racing, motorcycle, and go-kart racing. In 1990, Militec-1 garnered a USAC national championship, and amazingly, the same engine was used the entire season.
The wear on the crankshaft, camshaft, lifters, and valve stems using Militec-1 is very minimal. All of the main bearings and connecting rod bearings look like they have not been run. The plating is still on the bearings.
In the hotly contested world of NASCAR Winston Cup racing, the number 42 Mellow Yellow team uses Militec-1 to gain the winning edge. Kyle Petty had the fastest qualifying car at the 1993 Daytona 500. Seen in this dynamometer graph, Militec-1 gives the Mellow Yellow car increased horsepower. The team also treats the transmissions, differentials, wheel bearings, and pit stop air tools.
This product lives up to its claims.